Hello and welcome. You're in Sea Glass with Tarot. Today I'm looking at how you can become more prosperous. This reading will look into what you can focus on to help you move toward a more prosperous lifestyle, and also will look into what blocks or challenges that might be in your way. So why don't we go ahead and get some cards and then we'll look at the interpretation. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Got the Lovers there. Five of Swords. And, oh wow, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I'm also going to get some Oracle cards. Actually, yes, probably should have got the Oracle cards first, but anyway, let's just roll with it. Imagine and a leg up. When I see the Queen of Pentacles, this could mean that you are either in a stable financial position right now and you're wanting to go to another level. I do see the ability to access resources. I think there has been achievement of a level of success, but there seems to be an energy that may have got a bit stuck. Now, this could also be that you've come to this reading because you haven't achieved that position as yet, and you're wanting to develop that for yourself, of course. And this is where we're seeing an example of the potential of what you would like to achieve and enjoy. So in either case, there does seem to be something about a flexibility, some kind of adjustment to an approach of some sort. If you are wanting to go to another level, then where you're at now may have hit a bit of a stagnation point, and some things need to be adjusted in order to break through that plateau, with the desire to actually create that wealth for yourself. If you haven't achieved that as yet, then there's something about your need to be flexible about, maybe it's a perspective and how you achieve this wealth. It could be your avenues to do so has hit a roadblock of sorts, and you are needing to now reconsider some things, change up your approach, take another direction, look in another direction. I'm just seeing how she is looking this way. The front of her torso is facing the other way. So there could be a change of direction that you're being asked to consider here in order for you to achieve this Queen of Pentacles position. Now, with the here and now and the Lovers, so this is something that's very supportive for you. Now, connecting to what I was saying here, there is this message to release things from the past. I think if you have managed to establish some financial security for yourself, it might be that what has worked in the past is now less effective, less efficient, and there is a need to let that go and move into the future. I'm looking at that past signpost here. It's about focusing on what is relevant in the here and now, what is current in the environment, and not holding on to the successes of the past. Maybe there does seem to be, with the flexible card, a need for a different approach. If you're in that beginning stages of creating that wealth for yourself, then make sure you're focusing on what the potential future and possibilities are, instead of getting dragged into maybe some negativities of the past, or holding on to some components that have an outdated aspect to them that's not allowing you to move forward. I think there's something of that in this. With the Lovers, that's a choice point. It's about you taking control of the here and now, what's happening in the present, and making decisions based on your desire to move forward to the future, that future signpost, towards more prosperity in your life. There is something here about being decisive, making choices to leave what needs to be left in the past back there and make very strong moves towards future goals. And that could be connecting to past business connections, personal connections. There's something about the interaction between people in this situation that it's important to make sure you are connecting yourself with those that are going to assist you, harmonize with you, join with you in your dreams moving forward, your goals to achieve that abundant lifestyle for you. Now, I do see with the Imagine card in the Five of Swords, this is showing me that you have very strong creative power with your imagination. I think you've got a very powerful mind. You've got a very strong vision. You've got a very strong visionary outlook. And if you have created a level of success for yourself to date, and this is the proof of that, because you have been able to create that stability for yourself to date and have grown something that has been able to support you very nicely. So you know the possibilities and the strength of that creative potential for you. If this is where you're trying to develop something, then you do have, it's the same message, you have that creative potential there. In both cases, there is something about your mindset that is negatively impacting the situation at the moment. There does seem to be a depletion of that positive force and positive energy, and there seems to be a steering towards a thinking pattern that's not healthy, that is not helping the situation at all with where you're wanting to go. And this is what a very strong block is showing up here with that. It could also be if you started off as the Queen of Pentacles and you have achieved that success and you are in an organization, this could be where the people involved in the organization are not on the same page, moving in the same direction. There could be an influence that is causing some disruption. It looks like a win-lose situation. Not everyone is in unity and happy about some decisions that are being made. And if you did start off as the Queen of Pentacles, then this could very well be you in this situation where you are in control of a lot of voting power potentially, and the direction that you're wanting to take things in may not be agreeable to everybody who is concerned. And there does seem to be some dissension in the mix here. And so what we're wanting to achieve when we look at these cards is we want to achieve a win-win situation, a win-win outcome. And it could be that what you have imagined, what you're wanting to create, there's something in it that is causing some disruption, dissension, some kind of concern for the other people connected or involved in this business organizational situation. In the case of where you're wanting to achieve that Queen of Pentacles experience for the first time, then there's something in this situation with the Five of Swords and the Imagine card where you need to rein in your thinking patterns. There's something that is running away with you. Firstly, I'm thinking it's internal conflict. There's some kind of uncertainty here that is showing up for you. It might be connected to other people's opinions, given that I can see the figures in the background there, creating some concern or confusion within yourself. Or there could be a situation where you are receiving advice from others, but you're not heeding it correctly. and it's because you've allowed your imagination to run away with you. There's something like that, and see which of those scenarios might resonate with you more, but there is something of that within what I can see here with the Imagine and the Five of Swords. But the intention here in both scenarios is to achieve the Ten of Pentacles, which is a very strong, healthy, abundant experience of life. It is a long-term experience. You can see the different generations here in that card. So we're looking at long-term stability that is present for years, generations to come. This is the goal. Now, if you have achieved the Queen of Pentacles experience in some way already, there are a couple messages in this. One, you would have done so through a collaborative effort. I think this is an experience that you've had successful projects and successful ventures that have required a collective effort. And in that, the achievement of the Ten of Pentacles, that sense of prosperity for more than just yourself, I think there might be a situation here where that has actually previously been achieved, but now you're just wanting to ramp it up a bit. You're wanting to take it to another level. I do see here also that if that is the case, then it's more likely that you're going to do so if you continue to collaborate proactively and harmoniously with others to achieve that. I don't think this looks to be a solo effort from what I can see here based on what I'm looking at and what we're seeing in the rest of the cards. I do feel that given the Queen of Pentacles can sometimes be very traditional in their outlook, very set in their ways, there might be a factor here of needing to be open to a new or a different way of looking at things with the flexible. So in this situation, the potential to elevate to another level is very strong. It's very clear here too with the leg up and the Ten of Pentacles, but with the leg up it is showing me that it's going to have to be in collaboration with others. This is not a solo journey here. Now, with regards to the other potential where you're wanting to achieve that Queen of Pentacles experience, then there are people around you that can help you with that leg up. And similar to the last interpretation, this is not a solo effort for you either. There is a message here for you to consider the assistance and the support that may be available to you around you. And I'm looking at the baby polar bear and I'm thinking about you accessing mentorship, maybe someone who is in the position that you're trying to attain and gaining knowledge from them, accessing their knowledge base and learning from how they achieved their Ten of Pentacles, because that's what you're wanting to do. And I also see with the Ten of Pentacles here, your intention is you want to achieve the Queen of Pentacles, certainly, but I also feel that your intention to do so is for the greater good of more than just yourself. You do have an intention to serve in some way that is going to benefit a larger collective of people. That could be your family, that could be your community. There is something with the Ten of Pentacles here at the end. This really tells me that it is the intention present, and I also see this as a message that when it comes to generating that prosperity and that abundance for people individually, there's this real encouragement to see how that desire and that reach for abundance, prosperity, affluence, how can that benefit, or how can that be beneficial to a larger collective? Because I get a very strong feeling here that if your goal towards affluence and prosperity takes into account how it will ultimately benefit not just yourself, but a wider collection of people. This is where the achievement of that success seems to be a lot more substantial, a lot more long-lasting and satisfying and rewarding. That's what I'm seeing. Wow, okay. Let's see if there's any other messages here. So in both interpretations, collaborative efforts are important. I'm looking at how that's a win-lose situation. There's something about your intention to build this abundance that needs to take into account and be harmonious with those around you. So I think this is definitely a point to bear in mind, that when it comes to your decision making, with the Lovers here, that's a choice point, decision making point, and the imagination, 5 of Swords here, it's very important to have integrity, seek the decision that's going to benefit the wider collective. So we don't want to be self-serving in our choice points when we're making decisions. It has to be, I'm looking at the Venus there, you've got to have a sense of value. See how you can harmonize your own desires, what it is that you want, and see how that can also be served and achieved. And at the same time, it's going to be harmonious and agreeable to a collective unit. And so maybe this essentially with the foundation here of the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles can be very set in their ways. They can be very unwilling to change. There is something in this Queen of Pentacles message here for those of you watching, that be diligent, because the Queen of Pentacles didn't just arrive at the Queen of Pentacles, they worked for that. So be diligent in your approach, in your application, but don't be stuck in your ways. Don't cling to tradition, don't cling to the past, what's worked in the past, to the point that you're not willing to be more flexible and adjust a few things in order for it to survive moving into the future here with that future post. And of course with the intention of continuing on for many decades to come. This is the intention, this is what we need to look for. With that, I shall leave your reading here. Thank you for joining me. I do hope you have found some benefit in this. I will continue to do more of these readings, as I feel that we are all going on different journeys and we're all at different stages in our pathway to a more prosperous life. So look out for those by subscribing and turning on your notification bell. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to connecting with you again in another reading.